please welcome to the stage, Mike Carrion.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Fun night of basketball action last night. Bunch of highlights. Good times all around. But I hope everybody had a nice little Monday, nice little start to the week as we move forward, getting closer to the playoffs. We're only a couple of weeks away, which is pretty fun. Who do we have in the chat this morning? We got Sneeps here. Sneeps putting a lot of stuff in here about calcium and Shrimp's Pizza. Okay, Sneeps. We got Borland. Yeah, I knew Borland was just show up today after that Anthony Edwards energy. We the people says Antman is baby MJ. Yeah, all of our pick'ems hit yesterday except for the one I added, except for the Darius Garland threes. Comments here saying happy birthday to former Cav, Clipper, Nugs, Sixer, Blazer, Wizard, King, Timberwolf, and Spur Andre Miller. Shout out Andre Miller, Mr. YMCA himself. We got T-Man here. We got Jump Shooty up in here. Stubbs, good morning. We got Ted and Patrick here. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. Make sure, do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe. If you're not subscribed to our podcast either, go do that. Go do that to make us feel good. Yeah, we got Boston Base up in here. Good stuff. Oh yeah, nice. I love the end. Like, people hate fun stuff so much. They're like, it actually wasn't a dunk. I saw Alex Hooper just tweet something out too, saying it was like 2 points. Listen, guys, if we're gonna start doing that, we gotta do it for everything. No more. I know he's a footy fan. No more yelling "what a strike" if it's not a goal. You know what I'm saying? You guys hate fun. Well, I'm actually I'm more into the plus minus, and then, like, I actually connect and collect. Oh, you dorks! Here we go, dorks. Anyways, good to have everybody back. Yeah, yeah, Jared. I'm sure. You know who else? That those are the people that you meet in college where they're like, actually, I identify as a contrarian. Like, cool. But anyways, hope everybody enjoyed some of the basketball last night. Let's real quick, just a reminder, no NBA bit tomorrow. We'll have some programming in the afternoon. Value hunting will drop on So Rare for tomorrow. And then the NBA bit is back for Thursday and Friday. But let's start with Antman. Let's start with it. RIP John Collins. I'm actually working on a video idea. I was grinding that out this morning. I want to compile a list of like some of the best posters. Does it count as a poster? There we go. Hey, you fucking nerds. Does it count as a poster if he doesn't touch rim? Like, is it still considered a poster? Or does the poster have to be a dunk? But anyways, I want to know, does that... I need a list of like the best posters of this season because there was 2 of them last night. We had Antman. I'm going to count it. And then also Austin Reeves died last night. Austin Reeves got absolutely smoked by Jalen Johnson out there. But let's start with Anthony Edwards. I know they beat Utah and whatever. Like, Utah's not trying right now. But it is pretty impressive that Minnesota continues to keep winning these games because they were without Rudy. Naz Reid scored 17 points in 17 minutes and then got hurt, didn't come back. They actually play tonight against Denver, I believe, and both of those guys are questionable. Heading into tonight's game, which is too bad. I want them at full strength. But for Minnesota to lose Karl Anthony Towns, battling so many injuries and just continuing to churn out W's, and not just against teams like Utah, right? We saw them have that huge comeback against the Clippers last week. Just good stuff all around. But last night, Anthony Edwards dunked it so hard that both him and John Collins had to go to the locker room. Both the dunker and the dunkee, or the poster and the posterized, had to go to the locker room for getting hurt. That's how hard that play was, which is crazy. Borland, I know, that's actually not surprising though, Borland. This is what like all of these teams do this, where it's a lot of like Denver to Utah, Utah to Denver. Portland is usually involved in that that travel plan too. But I think a lot of teams have had that this year. But I agree, it sucks. It's brutal. It's brutal. Also, yeah, Boston base, we'll get to that. He said impressive night for Marcus Smart last night. I get multiple text messages about that this morning. Yeah, Marcus Smart did get kicked out of the game without playing. Oh, Utah to Minnesota. I'm sorry. Wait, scheduling it back-to-back at Utah. Oh, then home against Denver. Sorry. My bad. I misread that. Okay, Jordan came in to do some more contrarian stuff. It does not count as the dunk. It's got to be a dunk. Those hands have to be on the rim. Yeah, that's okay. We're happy you're here. And I'm excited for you to catch up to that. Super Carl saying John Collins went to the locker room for emotional support. But yeah, anyways, Minnesota gets this win. We get some Nikhil Alexander-Walker had a pretty solid game. Lauri Markkanen came back. He had 22 and 12. Keontae had 15 and 8, and Colin Sexton 24 off the bench. But Minnesota continuing to fight tough. Again, no cat. I find these wins to be pretty tough. This actually gets me excited for their playoff run, because I think these are the types of games that not playoff ready teams lose. Not necessarily Utah, but again, what's Cat missed like 8 games already? They're 6-4 in their last 10. They've won 3 in a row. And they're tied with Denver right now for the 2 seed, just a half game back from the OKC Lightning and the Thunder. So good win for Minnesota. And Antman is just, we talked about it yesterday, how we're putting him on, or I'm putting him on the second team All NBA. Also, speaking of that, I did not know that the Bill Simmons podcast had done that with Russillo on Sunday into the Sunday Monday episode. I listened to that after we had recorded our show. That, I don't know if you guys still listen to that regularly. And I tweeted it out yesterday, some like Waldorf and Statler energy. They just, I don't know what's happening. I need them to get into playoff form. I don't know if this is their preseason or whatever, but man, they feel rusty. They feel like I know they like each other, but they feel like they don't like each other with how they're responding to each other's stories. It's just bizarre. I don't know. Maybe you guys don't listen to it. I still, that's like my, you know how people like watch reality TV? Like that's their, what do they call that? Guilty pleasure. That is my guilty pleasure, I think. But anyways, yeah, Anthony Edwards continues to just be incredible. I think he's averaging over 29 points in his last, or since Cat has been out. And then to finish that game with 32, 8, and 7, just an impressive run. And second team All NBA. The writing is on the wall, baby. The writing is on the wall. So good win for Minnesota. Utah's just like, dude, let's get those draft picks, baby. Let's get those draft picks. Although I will say, good to see Lauri Markkanen back. That was good. Sneeps, you got to be careful, man. My guilty pleasure is McKids. All right, Sneeps, be careful, dude. Josh, giddy up. Maddie says, I like how much the Hoop Collector guys seem to get annoyed. Yeah, that seems like genuine friendship, right? Like they seem to like actually enjoy themselves. I totally agree. I like that one. Yeah, Walker Kessler, shout out Borland for that call. Yeah, he's been, I talked about him on, was it in Value Hunting this week? But Walker Kessler's been playing a lot more minutes off the bench, which is good now that they're leaning into the tank. He played, 28 minutes off the bench, had 14 boards. Just 1 block, 6 points. But again, he's just like he's a menace defensively. He is a menace defensively. Sneeps is too young to be problematic. That is true. Sneeps, you are in the giddy range. All right, enough about Minnesota. We're excited to see, hopefully, like Rudy's back for tonight. That would be fun. I imagine Denver's going to have the upper hand, but every time I think that happens, the Minnesota shows up. Let's go to Kings and Grizzlies because that was kind of a fun game. Marcus Smart, like I said, he got ejected for coming onto the court in during a timeout, stormed onto the court like it was January 6th, and he was from Alabama. You know what was weird about it though? All of the memes or meme account or like the clickbait accounts on Twitter were like Marcus Smart got ejected for street clothes. And so everybody was like, oh, he got kicked out because they didn't like his shirt. I'm like, no, that's not what happened. Also, stop using the NBA memes as your news source. Stop doing that. Today's the first day casuals can play the show. What? What are we talking about, jump shoot? But yeah, anyways, Marcus Smart got ejected. I'd like that though. Marcus Smart, diverse athlete. He can get thrown out playing in the game. He can get thrown out when he's on the game, when he's playing the game, but he's on the bench. He can also get thrown out when he's not playing the game. Marcus Smart can do a little bit of it all. We the people said, did you see Keon's block on Bane? Then the transition for the yeah, I saw that this morning. Yeah, no, I guess I was surprised why you're talking about it in the chat. That's my fault, though. Congrats for everybody that likes baseball video games. Huge day for everybody. Love it. Love it. Yeah, Keon Blockman is Keon Ellis has been playing well. So this game goes to overtime. Kings win 121-111. Just nice to have Desmond Bane back in our lives, you know? He had 3 rips last night, 3 steals, finished the game 24-5 and 4. Like, good to see Bane. Triple J had 25 and 4. He also accumulated 5 stocks. GG Jackson, baby. He had 22 and 7. But as always, when the Kings have a win, it's because Sabonis did a lot, Fox did a lot, and Monk did a lot. Monk, 28 off the bench, 28, 6, and 6. Bone. No triple-double, but he did have 25 and 18 with 5 dimes. And then De'Aaron Fox had 23, 10, and 7. So good game for Fox. Fox, who had gotten off to a slow start in that game. And then, again, with some of that overtime, maybe that helped out a lot. But Kings, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Sabonis, they just can't really get a feel for them, right? Honestly, this is probably good. We the people said I need the Kings to be good. They are right there. Yeah, I think they need a little bit more development from Keegan Murray and they need Kevin Huerter to get hot. But I agree. I mean, they are there. This is my concern with the Kings heading into the season was that everybody else around them got better and they ran the same thing out. So I don't know. Right now they are a half game ahead of both the Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns. The Mavs play tonight. The Suns don't, I don't think, for that 6, 7, 8 seed. So that's still going to be tight down the stretch. They do benefit from the Suns having just like a brutal schedule. And Dallas is also a team that kind of win one, lose one, win one, lose one. Both of those teams, actually, Kings and Mavs, 6 and 4 in their last 10. But I like just for their fan base, for the Chewies of the world. Also, yeah, forget it. I'm excited. I want them to perform well just because I feel like that fan base had waited so long. They got a taste of it last year. I want them to have a shot at it this year. But I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nervous for them. But anyways, good win for the Kings. That would have been a brutal loss at home to Memphis in overtime. That would have been some gross stuff. Celtics, let's go. We'll do Celtics Pistons quickly. Boston, they sat Tatum last night. They gave him a rest. They sat Drew Holiday. Al Horford got the rest. Porzingis, it's the first game he's played in a week or so. Porzingis had 20 points and 8 boards in 21 minutes. Only played 21 minutes, was just dominant. He only played 6 minutes in the first half, just crush. Celtics won pretty handily, 119-94. No Cade Cunningham for the Pistons in this game either. I think he was resting a hammy. Derek White had a triple-double, 22, 10, and 10 with 3 stocks. Derek White saved my underdog night last night because we stepped into some mines, but our friend Derek White saved the day. Peyton Pritchard had 23 and 7, and then Jaylen Brown, who he was back after missing the game. He had 31 and quick time too. It was pretty good. Yeah, Boston Base wants us to share this incredible Utah Jazz fan last night. You can see right there. This is, it reminds me, I don't know if you guys saw this documentary on, I think it was somebody from Nashville. I forget or Tennessee. They had a wellness type cult. And I think she died in a plane crash. But anyways, that's who that reminded me of. Pretty good stuff, though. Pretty good stuff. And then Sneeps, everybody's just DMing me photos to share, huh? Whoa, DMs. Let me see if we can get the Discord up so you guys can see the McKids. And though for those who are listening in podcast form, that's one of the problems of not watching on that. This is after the plane crash. That's good. Yeah, there we go. There are the McKids that Sneeps was talking about. All right, Sneeps. All right, Sneeps. Sean said everyone on the thought the Wolves were doomed when Cat went down, but while it stings, he's not as critical. Well, you know what? I mean, I hear that. But their ceiling is obviously higher with Cat. You know what I mean? Like the Celtics beat the Pistons last night without Tatum. I still think Tatum's pretty important to the success of the Boston Celtics long term. So, yes, Minnesota went into Utah and beat a team that was trying to tank, and they performed admirably without Karl Anthony Towns. To me, their ceiling is absolutely higher with Cat than without Cat. That doesn't mean they can't win a playoff series, but that would be my lean. Anyways, good stuff from the Celtics. Celtics are just on fire, man. So they lost those 2 games, right? They lost to Cleveland when they blew a 22-point lead or whatever it was or 21-point lead in the fourth quarter, where Dean Wade turned into Dwayne Wade. And then they lost that game to Denver down the stretch, where I honestly thought they were outplayed the whole game and still almost won it. And then since then, they've ripped off 6 in a row, I think. Yeah, 6 in a row, 8-2 in their last 10. They are now 54-14. They have a 10-game lead over the Milwaukee Bucks, but they also have a freaking a 6-game lead over the Western Conference as well. So they're good. They're good. The ceiling is a little bit higher, but he is to the Wolves what Kevin Love was to the two. Right, but didn't the 2016 did the 2016 Cavs win the chip? And then the year that they didn't have Kevin Love, they didn't win the chip, right? I mean, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, he's their 3rd most important player on their team. Yeah. But again, this is a team that's battling for first in the West. So I get what you're saying. Like they're still going to win games, but they cannot win the title without Karl Anthony Towns healthy, So I guess your anecdote about Kevin Love is maybe true, but also they won a championship. So I don't know. Okay, now everybody wants to be like, actually, Tatum might not be the MVP. All right, I hear you, Super Carl. All right, let's keep going. We've only got through 2 games. Cavs beat the Pacers last night, which could be a playoff matchup. It could be. Cavs won 108-103. I'm amazed that Cleveland just continues to win games with a weird roster. No Donovan Mitchell again, who I think is going to miss a couple of games. Jared Allen had 23 and 9. Marcus Morris? Did I get that right now? Because I wrote down Morris Jr. and now I feel like I wrote down maybe it's a different player. No, Marcus Morris Sr. off the bench playing 20 minutes, dropping 14. It was crazy. It was crazy that they won this game. Hold on, we got Sean. You're going to make me go back to the Minnesota Timberwolves thing. I think people were saying that even with Cat. You either believe in Minnesota or you don't believe in Minnesota. But I think that has more to do with how deep the West is, right? Like Minnesota has a real shot of playing a team like Dallas in the first round, where they're going to have to go up against Luka. They could play the Phoenix Suns, where it's KD, Booker, and Beal, right? I think, or they could play the Kings, Sabonis, and Fox. Like I think that has more to do with how deep the West is. But I do think Minnesota is going to be favored no matter who they play. I am curious how people are going to bet it, actually. We'll see. Anyways, Jared Allen, 23 and 9. Karis LeVert had an awesome game, 23, 11, and 8. Siakam had like an incredible first quarter and then just kind of slowly got there. He had 19 and 12. And then Halliburton continues his weird run of he had a double-double, 14 points, 12 dimes, 6 boards, but I don't know, man. I don't really know what to make of the Pacers. They have like a crazy win against Oklahoma City and then and maybe it's just I'm not giving Cleveland enough credit at this point. Like Cleveland has been good now for a while. Like this has been a sustained run from them. I know they're 5-5 in their last 10, but I'm 43 and 25. They're a game behind the Bucks for the 2 seed, 2 games ahead of the Knicks. And what we're going to talk about the Sixers and Heat here in a second. But they have the Pacers losing this game drops them back into the playing game, and they continue to just play 500 ball after that incredible start. And I mean, they are playing some better defense. Like to only give up 108 points there is pretty impressive, but I can't really figure out what is different about them. And unless it's just the health of Tyrese Halliburton, maybe Benedict Mathurin was a little bit more important than we thought, or maybe like the Buddy Hield trade, which everybody was like, "Oh, dude, good. Let's we got rid of Buddy or something." I don't know. I just don't understand why they are faltering in the way that they are. Maybe their schedule's just a little bit tougher. I don't know. I don't know. But either way, that could be a matchup in the first round, or the Pacers could be in the playing game. But I do think this is going to be pretty disappointing for Indiana if they somehow stay in the playing game. Because we're going to talk about Chicago here in a second. I'm a little bit nervous that, like, all right, so right now, the playing game looks like the playing looks like Pacers versus Heat, Bulls versus Hawks. Trey Kirby, shout out Trey Kirby. He tweeted out something this morning that I'm going to share here, and we're going to give the Bulls a little bit of love. And I actually think if the Bulls had a shot at the 7-8 seed, I would not want to like, I don't think they can beat the Celtics in a playoff series. I don't think they could beat the Bucks either. But I do think it would be a relatively competitive series. But here we go. NBA's best records in the last 50 games. Chicago Bulls right here. So it goes Celtics, Thunder, Nuggets, Clippers, Wolves, Cavs, Pelicans right there at 32 and 18. Bucks, Knicks, Kings, and then Bulls ahead of teams like the Mavs, the Suns, the Lakers, the Magic, the Heat, the Warriors, the Pacers, and the Sixers. So they've like had a like sustained run here. And I don't know. I just wouldn't. If you tell me like the loser of Pacers Heat gets the Bulls in the second play-in game, I could see the Bulls beating either of those teams. I really do. I really do. Let's do Bulls first, and then we'll do the Heat. Chicago last night played another close game. That's the thing about them. They could play the Celtics, or they could play the Spurs. And either way, it's going to be like a 5-point game. Like it's going to go down to crunch time. DeAndre Ayton continues his run of just being dominating. He had 25 and 15 in that game. Anthony Simons, he had 30 and 9. For the Bulls, though, the three-headed monster of DeRozan, Bucci Mane, and Ayo all scoring over 20 points. Ayo had 23 and 10. Vooch had 22 and 9. And then DDR had 8, 6, and 5. They've been on a run. Yeah, you know what, Common Man? This to me, this is a better comp than we were using for Karl Anthony Towns here. How like Towns leaves, the Wolves are actually better. No, but Levine leaving the Bulls has actually made them better for whatever reason. So good win for Chicago. They don't really have a shot at catching. Like they're still 3.5 games back from the Heat, 4 games back from the Pacers. So to me, the Bulls are like pretty clearly in the 9 seed. I don't think they can climb up to the 8 seed, but I'm rooting for that because I like the idea of Chicago playing Milwaukee in the first round. I think that would be a fun series. But RIP. Oh, Lizard McGuire. Okay, you guys are on one in the chat. Let's go. Let's do a hero drop video just to like make Miami feel better for just being dog shit here down the stretch. They have been playing bad basketball. So Miami was without Jimmy Butler last night again for like the 45th straight game. They're also without Hero too. But man, Sixers were without Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, DeAnthony Melton. Like the Sixers have just been unwatchable for a month now. And somehow Miami reignited them. So Miami gets 2 wins over the weekend against the Detroit Pistons. Then they get Philly. They're like, oh yeah, let's string together some wins, string together a run here. Sixers beat them 98-91. The Heat got 91 points. Bam had 20, 13, and 6. Scary Terry dropped 20. But Maxey lit him up for 30 and 10. Nice little double-double. Also had 8 rebounds. And then Oubre had 22 and 11. Common Man said healthy Heat are good, unhealthy Heat are shit. Yeah, maybe. Boston Bay, thanks for hanging out. But yeah, I don't know what Miami's gonna do, man. Maybe when Jimmy comes back, this is all fine. And they're probably like, hey, listen, we were the 8th seed last year, went all the way to the title. I don't know if that is. Yes, that is true. I don't know if that's optimal. I don't know if you want to put yourself in that situation. Super Carl said Team Hold should do their own awards stream like LVP, Streakiest Play of the Year. That's fun. I like that. That's a great idea. Also, what's up, Daniel? That is a fun idea, Super Carl. I like that. But anyways, yeah, so Sixers get the W. Every time I think, oh, Sixers clearly going to be in the play-in game, something like this happens where they win a game. So the Sixers right now in the 6th seed, even though they're somehow 5-5 in their last 10. But again, they only have a half game lead over the Pacers, only one game over the Heat. So I don't know. Whatever. I don't even like talking about them. They're not fun. They're not fun. We already did what other games do we have left? We got Knicks and Warriors, bing bong. So Knicks are going to be without OG and Anunoby for a couple more games, it looks like. And it seemed like he was going to miss last night's game for rest. And now I think there's a little bit more caution. So I think they said he's going to miss 2 to 3 games. Still waiting for Randall to come back. But that didn't matter because Brunson and McBride, yes, Miles McBride, combined for 63 points last night, lighting up the Golden State backcourt. Brunson had 34, 7, and 5. McBride had 29. Steph Curry had 27, 5, and 5. And then the only other two notable performances, Trace Jackson Davis had 19 and 9 off the bench. Clay had 18 and 8. But I don't know, man. Again, that's why I know we spend so much time talking about teams like Golden State and Los Angeles Lakers, but to quote Logan Roy, they're not serious people. They are not they're just not. That's not, you're at home. Yeah, Julius is crazy. Tom Thibodeau was deep in his bag last night. Hart played 48 minutes. Let's run through them all. Hart played 48. McBride played 47. I'm glad he only let Brunson play 35. Dante played 31. But I don't know what Hart has on Tibbs or what Tim has on Hart, or maybe Tibbs has a heart on. Come on. Are you kidding me, dude? That's off the top of the dome. This is what more people need to tune into this show. That's A+ material right there. Come on. You know what? We're gonna do a mental health check. We're gonna do a mental health check because that was too good. That was too good. We can't go down this road. We can't talk about how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, I think it changes you. I gotta go find that hoodie. That is a good hoodie. Thank you, Jared. From one thunder up to another. All right, let's I think we only have one game left we have to get to, right? Lakers tinsel down. Lakers win 136-105. I mentioned this yesterday. I thought that was actually one of their bigger games of the season, because if they had lost that game, the Rockets would have been straight up 3 games back, who play the Wizards tonight. So all of a sudden they would have been breathing down their throat. So that was breathing down their breathing down their throat is funny. I meant to say breathing down their neck, but breathing down their throat is funny because I just feel like it's yeah, this mental health check dedicated to John Collins. I like that too. But Lakers needed this game. Anthony Davis, who left that game early against the Warriors on Saturday, seemed to be good to go. He played last night. Both LeBron and AD had good games. They didn't have to play too many minutes. LeBron had 25, 10, and 7. AD had 22, 15, and 6. And then D'Lo, 27 and 10. Atlanta pretty much disappointed. Bogdan had 17. Murray, 13 and 10. Jalen Johnson, though, 25, 9, and 4, and also ended Hillbilly Kobe's career with that dunk last night. Wild stuff. But good win for the Lakers. They kind of needed that just to make sure they make the play-in game. And that's it. That was it from last night's NBA action, baby. Tonight, we've got some weird ones. Charlotte at Orlando. Ooh, baby. Oh, you don't like that one? What about Houston at Washington? That's some sex appeal. 7:30, you got New Orleans and Brooklyn. The only 2 games that I'm excited about, Dallas at San Antonio at 8 o'clock, and then Denver at Minnesota at 9 o'clock. But I think you're going to see some weird schedules the next couple nights because no, that's a different song. What's oh no, that was it. I did the right one. March Madness. Anyways, March Madness is starting. So I'm sure we'll see a heavy schedule on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, it'll probably die down. Yeah, Wednesday's a big one, and then Thursday's a little bit lighter. So you'll see a lot of that for the next couple days, but good stuff. Yeah, Tibbs is treating the players like he's playing 2K, or that he's managing their fantasy team. D'Lo tied the all-time regular season record for threes made last night. Did he really? Did I miss that? How many threes did he hit? He hit 6. It's the all-time regular season record. Wow. Anyways, good stuff. No, dude, you're stuck with McKids forever, Sneeps. All right, let's I already kind of went over the standings as we went over it, so I don't think that we need to do that again. Um for the all-time regular season records. It's like all time. I got you. I was thinking it was like last night. So you mean he's hit more threes than anyone in the history of the game in a season? Lakers season record. Okay. All right. Woo, man. Look at us. This is a slow morning for us trying to get there. Let's take a quick underdog ad read break. We'll do a pick 'em, poke around on So Rare, and then we'll get on out of here. Today's NBA bit is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy Sports. Whether you're drafting Luka first overall in best ball or fading Wemby blocks in the pick'ems, Underdog is where you'll find Team Hold. Sign up today at underdogfantasy.com or just click the link in the description to get started. And by signing up using promo code HOLD, HOLD, you will get a 100% deposit bonus match up to $100. That's a free honey. So sign up today using promo code HOLD, HOLD, and get started at underdogfantasy.com. Yes, sir. Welcome back. We also have a fun we got a new sponsor starting I think tomorrow or by the end of the week for sure. So that'll be fun. I'm excited to talk about that. We'll have a new ad read, baby. It'll be more than an ad read. But oh, what was I go? Oh, yeah, before we get into the pick 'em, I don't know if you guys saw the news yesterday. New podcast dropped today. LeBron James and JJ Redick Mind the Game or something like that. I watched like the first or listened to the first like 15 minutes this morning while I was doing some prep. Honestly, pretty good. I'm kind of excited to listen to him. I enjoy some of that nerdy stuff. I'm sure some episodes will be better than others. But I enjoy the nerdy basketball stuff. And I know it's fun to make fun of LeBron. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. Whether you love him or hate him, he's still one of the best to ever do it. And I enjoy getting inside brains that are like savants on stuff. So, and I do like JJ Redick as a podcaster way more than an ESPN personality. There is something kind of weird though about JJ working for ESPN. So like now kind of having this chummy relationship with someone who he technically covers, right? There's something bizarre about that, but I don't know. We'll see. Braun is a terrible watch for pods, in my opinion. Yeah, we'll see. I like it. I've liked it so far. It took a few minutes to get into it, but I've enjoyed it so far. But yeah, let's get a pick 'em in. So last night, as I mentioned, the chat did a much better job than I did picking ours, right? So as you can see, Garland did not get. I thought for sure Garland was going to chuck in that game. He only made one. We needed three. Hart breezed past the number. So did Sabonis, and so did Desmond Bane. I think I did have Bane. Let's go do a pick 'em though. Let's find something for tonight. Oh yeah, just like Draymond being on TNT. Yeah. I think I did have Bane, right? Didn't I have Bane? So I get credit for Bane. All right. So for tonight, I wonder how much injury news we're waiting on. But we the people wants to start with Gafford. Let's see what we got for Gifford. My only concern with Gafford, right? So all right, double 2.25x, 10.5 points, 18.5 points, rebounds, and assists, 7.5 boards, 8.5 boards and assists, 11.5 points and assists, higher than 2.5 blocks or steals, higher than 1.5 blocks. My only concern is foul trouble anytime you play a big against those dudes. If you over on the boards, there we go, over on the boards. All right. So what did we say the boards were? 7.5. There we go. And then I saw Common Man. You said go check out Wendell Carter Jr. Who did the Magic play? Charlotte tonight, right? Points, rebounds, and assists, 21.5. I'm fine with that. There we go. There's two. All right. Steve said if you want to lose, go Jokic triple-double, Luka triple-double, Wemby in some form. I am interested in what Wemby's numbers are because I do think that game is going to be maybe not a good game, but I think there'll be some fantasy goodness in that one. They play Dallas, and I just think it's just going to be up and down, and I don't really know. Like 39.5 points, rebounds, and assists feels kind of easy for Wemby because it feels like he's getting 25 and 10 easy, no problem. Also, 5.5 blocks or steals is just so many. I don't know. Do you guys have a feel for Wemby stuff? Sneap said you went Wemby blocks like an insane person. Yeah, it's a lot of blocks. It is a lot of blocks. Oh yeah, the Rockets. We should go to the Rockets. I think Kuzma's probably going to be the only one that has a line for the Wizards tonight because I think Denny Kuzma's questionable. Denny already ruled out. Tyus Jones already ruled out. We'll look at the Wizards here in a second. So Jabari here, we've got 15 and a half points, 26 and a half points, rebounds, and assists, a double-double for just like even money, 10 boards, 1.5 threes, 16 and a half points and assists, 25 and a half points and rebounds, a block, but it's 0.85x. That's what we got for Jabari. Anything stand out for you there? Oh, well, people like the steals, huh? The Wemby steal. I was thinking the 3 too. Wemby's threes, right? Only 2. Yeah. He's going to take like at least 5 or 6, right? All right, let's go points, rebounds, and assists on Jabari. All right, so that gives us 3, right? Let's go to I'll plug in the Wemby 3. I don't mind doing that. Let's see. Let's go Wemby 3. Is it still on the board? Yeah, we'll do Wemby 3s. And then let's go find some Wizards stuff. Let's see what the Wizards have. See if we can get one more here. Oops, I spelled Wizards wrong, so that's why they're not popping up. All right, yeah, so it's just going to be Kuzma's the only one in here. I don't know. So if Kuzma does play, I feel like he should get a ton of those a ton of shots. I don't know, maybe we just leave it at 4. Maybe we just leave it at 4. Unless you guys have anything else in the chat. Right now what we have is Wemby oh god, my computer froze. Wemby 3s. Over 2 threes, Gafford over 7.5 boards, Wendell Carter Jr. over 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists, Jabari Smith over 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I got 24 and 7 for Kuz. All right, let's pull up Kuz one more time because if Kuzma gets ruled out, it goes from a 5-leg pick 'em to a 4-leg pick 'em. So 24 and 7. Let's go 22 and 7 then. 22 and a half. Let's go 10 to win 200, baby. We're putting it in. Actually, let's do this. No, we'll leave it 10 to win 200. I'll share this into the chat if you guys want to follow along, baby. I'll always use promo code HOLD. Love to see it. Let's go. And the other thing I wanted to check was so rare here, just because I want to show you guys how bad I ended up. I shouldn't say I messed up, but it'll be, you'll see. You'll see. So here are my champion lineups for rare. Looks incredible, and then you're going to realize I don't have a real MVP, and this feels so wasteful. So my rare champ right now is in 31st because I got 51 from Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 41 from Lowry, 70 from White, and 56 from DeAndre Ayton. I still have Fred VanVleet to play, who we just said has the Wizards. So this sucks because I mean this. If you had this lineup with like a real MVP, this would have an absolute shot. I mean, this could still cash, but this just like crazy outlier performances from everyone. I just wish I would have used this I mean, obviously I couldn't use all of them in the contender, but you look at the contender, I got 11 from Bryce Sensabaugh. My limited, I used this too in limited champ. I got 62 from Derek White. And then my limited underdog is winning right now because I got 47 from Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 33 from McDaniels, 21 from Merrill, 23 from Thomas Bryant. Only got 8 from Spencer Dinwiddie, which was pretty bad. And then what was the other one that I was going to share? The limited contender. 44 from Hallie, 40 from Laurie, 37 from Santi. And then I got Anthony Gill going as a punt play and Taylor Hendricks too. So we'll see. Ooh, Super Carl said, I made the Levert play in contender. Very proud of yourself. Hell yeah. We the people said, how's your best ball going? Yeah, so I got one lineup left that's in the semifinals, and it's going to be tough. So I'm in 5th right now, but but I'm like 40 points separate 1st and 5th, and it is a huge pendulum swing every time. So as you can see right here, first place has 1052. And then it's 1052, 1041, 1022, 1050, and I have 1010. I've got Luca who goes tonight. Fox has been playing really well. Derek White, again, who went off. So that's like my 3 guards who've been putting up points. Zion and Franz haven't played yet this week, but they both play tonight. John Collins, who that score will be vanquished because most of these scores are from week 1. You got Grant Williams, Santi Aldama, and then Chet and Jared Allen. So should bounce back a little bit. It's going to be pretty close. It's going to be pretty close. I definitely have a shot at getting back. Oh, Snoopaloop, how's the vacay, baby? You still checking in some Cactus League baseball? Or is it? Yeah, that's Cactus League, right? Yeah, dude, we're there, Tesla. We're there. We're there, but I still am figuring out the mechanical aspect of it. So it's like set up, but not really. We're like 88% of the way there. But honestly, I've gotten lazy, Tesla. I've gotten lazy. Also, I FaceTimed with Greg over the weekend to see him and Aubrey and the little guy, which is great. Great to see them. Miss those guys. But Snoopaloop, yeah, hope you're having a good vacation. Sneep's letting us know with the pick'em, I can turn 1 Costco into 26 Costco's hot dogs. There you go, man. But yeah, I still should have a sweat on this. I should have a shot at although the thing that sucks is only first place advances. So you do have to win it. But then there's a lot of money in the finals if I can get it. So this ends on Sunday. This will take me through Sunday. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we get a good run out. But yeah, that's it for Pick'em. So just a reminder, a couple of things. Stay tuned. We're going to have another video coming out on the Team Hold Sports channel, hopefully later this week. We have no NBA bit tomorrow. We'll be back on Thursday and Friday with the NBA bit. Tomorrow we'll have some value hunting, all of that stuff. Snoopaloop said the games have been good. Going to the Suns game on Wednesday, leaving early Thursday. Who did the Suns play on Wednesday? I know you could just tell us, but I'm going to look it up here. So the Suns play Philly. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sixers. There you go. Oh, you get some Maxey. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. But yeah, so we'll be back with the bit on Thursday and Friday. Obviously, go subscribe to all the channels in there. Go do all of that. Remember, circle the date, May 11th. We'll have more info soon on that live show in New York City. And Steve's letting us know we get playback tomorrow for the Celtics, right? Who do the Celtics play tomorrow? They play tomorrow is Milwaukee. There we go. Celtics Bucks, baby. There we go. And Snoopaloop letting us know happy National Chocolate Caramel Day. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, gang. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Enjoy all the highlights of what was an Anthony Edwards dunk.